Hey there, and welcome to our lazy review of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film called Mutant Mayhem. And it's the first time we're doing a back-to-back review as father and son because it's the first time in a long time I got time with him and we've seen two films back-to-back. I could make one video, but I'm trying to milk YouTube for all it's worth, and I'm a whore.
You're a whore! Wear your whore makeup, you whore!
Now, this newest iteration of the Ninja Turtles is by Seth Rogen, and I'm sorry, but there's one time I did like Seth Rogen, and recently he said a lot of stupid fucking shit on Twitter.
Seth, listen up, ass face.
But this is coming from Nickelodeon, so this is for a new generation of Ninja Turtles fans. And I gotta say it, guys, before we get into my intros, that, boy, when this was announced and they showed the first pictures of April O'Neil, well, we go from the live action one to the 80s cartoons to Megan Fox herself, and then we get this image.
Mother of God.
But before we get into this stuff, let's see, I'm trying something different. I'm drinking some good old Licks Cocktail Hard Lemonade, and yeah, and I'll keep saying for any new subscriber, dear God, guys, I'm not giving a fucking teenager alcohol, but daddy's drinking some. So, what are you drinking?
Dr. Pepper Zero.
Dr. Pepper Zero, give me some of that, because, yeah, this was a film. Okay, here we go, Dr. Pepper Zero with some lemonade, and yeah, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Jesus Christ, guys, I've been watching the Turtles since I was even younger than him, and it's been, oh fuck, I'm old.
You wrinkly old fuck!
But as tradition has it, we have to do a toast as we always do, and yeah, I have lemonade and Dr. Pepper. He's got Dr. Pepper, so let's toast and try this stuff out. Ready?
Yep.
There we go. Oh yeah.
Delicious.
Okay, TMNT, Mutant Mayhem. The three questions that I keep asking people in my lazy reviews is very simple. Number one, did I like this film? Number two, would I recommend that you see this? And number three, do I think this film is worth your money and essentially time checking this movie out? So before we talk about that, I have a great intro that I want you to enjoy. And first time back to back that father and son are filming two lazy reviews. Holy shit, this is a first. So ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's toast stuff in. Let's start my intro. Let's go. Okay, so Mutant Mayhem, and yeah, I gotta say, guys, that off the bat, Seth Rogen had to do the whole bullshit with Tom Cruise where, hey guys, you know, you are my bosses, and thank you so much for coming to the movies. And I'm like, Seth, I used to like you, dude, but seriously, I can smell the bullshit.
Actors are phony.
Oh.
From the first trailers, I admit that I was kind of turned off by this animation because you can tell that with the whole success of both Spider-Verse films, that Nickelodeon, they're trying to copy off the animation style of Sony. But the thing is, I still feel like that if you go back and watch the 2007 TMNT movie, that fucking film still holds up in 2023. The animation is fluid, it's flowing, the turtles move very well. What is the storyline? The storyline is the same usual bullshit. It's about 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Reboot time!
The difference is, unlike different films, the film starts off with Baxter Stockman. And if anybody knows Baxter, he's a bad guy and he's a big-ass fly. And he is voiced by the legend himself of Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. And he's only in it for the first few minutes. But essentially, Baxter is a mad scientist and he relates to animals and bugs more than actual people. And some humans come in, they raid his place, and then he created the ooze. What does the ooze do? It gets dropped down to the sewers, and then, of course, Baxter is the reason that the turtles were created. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm feeling that. Were you?
Speak, my son.
Sort of.
He's a man of few words.
Yeah, so let's move on.
This is painful.
After that, it's just the same old, same old. The turtles, you know, the turtles are trying to be accepted. They're teenagers. It's been 15 years later. And the difference is, it depends on the lore, but this goes back to the whole, like, Splinter raises his 4 young turtles. And how did they learn Jiu-Jitsu? They learned Jiu-Jitsu by watching TV. Fuck, man.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
So, okay, now, some time passes, and then we get our great heroine of April O'Neil. And of course, Leonardo has a crush on April O'Neil. And the first time Leonardo says, oh, this woman is so beautiful and charming, I'm just like, oh, shit. It's like, damn, Leo, I guess you just lowered your standards for 2023. Oh, God. But let's just move on, okay? So Now the new character is this character of Superfly, and Superfly is, I guess, the pet of Baxter. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched the newest Ninja Turtles bullshit. He's kind of been watching it. Is Superfly a new character?
Sort of. I mean, I think in the 2012 one, the one I grew up with, Baxter Stockman was Superfly, but I think they repurposed him as a new character, which is fine.
Okay, so we have Superfly, and he's voiced by Ice Cube. So I was gonna say Ice-T, but
We all look the same to me.
Ice Cube, and I think he does a very good job voicing him. But basically, Superfly is just pissed off at humanity. He's pissed off that humans essentially created them, and they messed up Baxter. And he wants all humans to die. And I'm like, God damn, dude, for a Nickelodeon cartoon, this is pretty fucking dark.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
So it just comes down to the Turtles having to stop Superfly. And I don't know, guys, it's just, some people could say that this isn't for your generation. And perhaps that is so, because maybe it's like, at him being 16 now, maybe it's for kids that are like 5 or 6 years old that just want pretty colors. And in terms of the comedy, holy shit, there's this running joke, Splinter's talking about milking the turtles, and the turtles don't have nipples, and it was funny the first 2 times, but it's like after 30 fucking times of hearing about the turtles getting their fucking nipples milked, and it's just enough already.
Buy yourself a new joke.
I understand the fact that Michelangelo, he's always the one to stay like relevant on pop culture tropes and stuff, and even Donatello to a lesser extent, but I'm not sure where Seth Rogen was going with this shit, but Jesus Christ, dude, I'm just so sick and tired of like, guys, hey, listen, we just watched this Adele concert, or hey, listen, we just watched this whole like Beyonce thing, or we have to talk about, was it Gran Turismo at some point, or I talk about at one point, what's another pop culture reference?
They reference Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, and it's like, I don't know, every fucking 5 seconds, the Turtles have to remind you that it's 2023, and we're doing TikToks, and we're doing Instagram videos, and we're doing Drake concerts, and enough already.
Enough already!
And the biggest thing, and we walked out and he said this, Dad, in the car, is that, holy shit, April O'Neil, buddy, how did you like April O'Neil?
She sucks. She is probably the worst character in this movie, and no matter if she was white, black, Asian, Hispanic, no matter what, if they just kept her character the same as this annoying character who's trying to be a news reporter, she would have sucked no matter what. And I feel like if Casey Jones was in this movie, he would have been way worse. He would be terrible.
And it even sucks saying that stuff, that because that's the scary part of how political this whole climate is, that, okay, if anybody criticizes April O'Neil, it's because you hate the skin tone of her character in a fucking animated movie. And as he said, I wouldn't care if April, what her skin tone was or what her ethnicity was. She was just a very badly written character and annoying as fuck. And
I don't like her.
Coming back to the 3 questions of, did I like this film? Would I recommend it? And do I think it's worth your hard-earned time and money seeing this film?
No! No! No!
I didn't like it. I wouldn't recommend it. Do I think it's worth your time and money? Hell no. I truly would say skip this film. I don't think it's worth a rental. And it comes down to, I didn't hate this film by any means. It wasn't offensive. I just found it really, really boring.
Boring.
I'm not going to remember this film in like a day afterwards. So in the end, I mean, my rating system is, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time, but it's just something that's totally and utterly, well, forgettable. Simple as that. The movie is forgettable. I won't remember this stuff. I don't want to talk about it again. It's just, if you want to see a good Ninja Turtles film, go watch something else or go watch a different cartoon. Pick up a fucking comic book. I don't know, but just
Anything but this.
Any last thing you want to say before we wrap this shit up?
I would say, instead of watching this one, watch the Rise movie. If you want actually a good TMNT movie, I watched the TMNT Rise movie on Netflix. It was actually not bad. I've never seen Rise, but Rise was good. And if you want a good cartoon, either watch the 2004 one or the 2012 one, because those cartoons are amazing.
Just shut up, kid.
As we always do, he doesn't have a job, but I have a job, and I have to check my freaking time because I'm always busy, and I have to get ready for work, and he has to do some freaking chores because he's lazy and unemployed bastard. So, all right, guys, let me pour some little bit. You know what? Screw it. I'm out of freaking alcohol, but some more. I'm going to grab Bender for everybody. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you for every new idiot or just wonderful genius that you are for hitting that subscribe button. And
I love you all.
Let's grab Bender. You ready? Here we go. See you later.
This calls for a drink.
Okay, ready for my catchphrase.
It's called a catchphrase.
I have to edit, and then I get to go back to work.